Hello, I'm Aeter.
Hello, I'm Edena.
And together, we're Edena. Fusion ha!
Ha! What are we doing today?
Today, we're doing a Shrieker from Tremors 2 and onward. So for my design, I tried to go with sort of paramilitary aesthetic, but also incorporate all the main traits of a Shrieker, like they're small, they got the triple jaw on bottom, they got them bright red cheeks,
Yes.
and of course, the heat sensor. I had to include that, and the fact that they freaking shriek when they see things that are hot.
Yes, but how do they shriek, may I ask?
Well, you see here, I thought of the entire way of how this creature would work as a person. You see, if it detects anything a little hot and wants to verify, it pulls on its whistle, which raises up that little bit on the hat, that little red bit. And hey, if it's hot, whistle.
Whistles.
And then all the other ones around go even louder. Until everyone's whistling and you're like, oh god, my ears, please stop.
And you're surrounded by lollies that want to numb you.
Yes, and they're all gonna make more lollies.
Yes.
Like single-celled organisms, they duplicate themselves when they eat.
That's really scary.
So here we have drawing the face, the big chubby cheeks. I wanted to keep with all the Shrieker aesthetics, like being small, having 3 jaws on the bottom, yelling a lot, hence the name, and the bright red squishy cheeks.
So what are the claws on her arms, on her wrists?
Ah, those? So on the left hand you see here, the top jaw, the big one, the top of the head.
Okay.
And on here, the Wolverine side, the bottom jaw, the 3 split jaws.
Well, that's pretty clever.
And the outside ones have little hollow points on the outside. Don't know why, but it looks cool.
Might as well add them in, I suppose.
Yep. And wanted to make sure there's pockets for both rocks and human jerky.
Yes, just to store some away so that they can multiply more.
Yes. After all, every time a Shrieker eats too much, it just makes a clone of itself.
Yep.
Like snakes.
Oh goody, snakes.
And had to get some nice sturdy boots in. Boots that can definitely last a while. And I may or may not have had trouble with laces here. Don't mind that, they're beautiful. Shut up.
That's alright. I always have trouble with laces as well as some other things.
The devil thread.
And no eyes for this little lolly because she can't see.
Yes,
Is that right?
The entire Graboid life cycle, Shrieker being the middle form, is entirely blind. They can't see shit with a face.
And that's why they have those little red things on the top of their head.
The heat sensors. It's like a rattlesnake, but if they didn't have eyes.
Yes.
Only the heat sensing knows. So here you have it, the completed Shrieker. This is one lolly you would not want to meet in a dark alley.
Definitely not.
You'll be like, oh, she's adorable.
Where's my arm?
Uh-oh. Why is she eating my arm? Why are there 2 lollies? On to Edena's.
Yes. This is my first design, which I went more for like a feral sort of Shrieker.
A wild Shrieker.
A wild Shrieker, yes. Though, looking back on it, I didn't think it would fit very well.
Is she a Kiss fan? What with the tongue hanging out?
No, I mean, I had that since they have those nice little tongues inside their mouths and all that.
I call them pretty big tongues.
Big tongues. So, the design that I went with kind of mirrors yours a little bit, but I went more for a elementary Japanese schoolgirl instead of, well, a geological little girl.
We must protect this one at
Yes,
all costs.
definitely. And here we go.
I gotta say, with just the outline and not the color, or the context of it being a schoolgirl,
Yes.
the hat looks like a juice press.
Of course.
Like
you
you're just
did say
gonna
that.
take some citrus, slam it on her head, and start twisting it around.
Yes, I went for a simple design since it was honestly just last minute. I had a bit of trouble with the cheeks since I was trying to make it like she was eating something, but I was
The
very
chewy
much having
cheeks.
trouble with that. But I figured it out eventually.
Eventually.
And she's eating some of those rations that you see in Tremors.
MREs, standard military, not necessarily Tremors.
Yes. And they'll eat a crap ton of those and multiply, definitely.
Yeah, suddenly you got a bunch of lollies. And I like that it's the bright red coloring of the wrapping. Makes it almost candy-like.
Yes.
The military candy industrial complex, yes. My favorite.
And you don't want to see a bunch of those just looking at you all funny. Yummy.
Would you call a group of Shriekers a class?
I think so.
A class of Shriekers.
It definitely would fit the sort of aesthetic.
Especially
but,
since we both went for tiny young ladies.
Yes, we both did, didn't we? Just in a different, sort of spectrum, I guess. That's
And like usual, you got some shading in.
yeah,
Unlike me.
yeah, the shading, yeah. I usually take my time to do shading and coloring and stuff. I love to do that. I probably explained this the last Moe Mon, where I go just crazy with the shading, but...
I really need to get to a coloring book sometime.
Oh, yes, definitely. You said that last time, too.
Did I?
Yes.
Did that line make it in the episode?
And there it is. My little lolly schoolgirl. Don't want to come across those lines of these things out in the wild.
They might get distracted on their way to the classroom. And start chasing a random stranger on the street.
We might nibble fingers. More than fingers.
I imagine the teacher sitting in class one day like, "Oh, seems we got a few new students. What have we talked about?
No eating other human.
Why are there 16 Naomis?"
We ate a lot before coming to school.
Next time on Dragon Ball Moe Monsters.
We're gonna do someone taller, someone stronger.
And this classroom, we're done with geology. It's time for geometry.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.